Before this video ends, you'll either forget it or you'll realize you've been standing at the beginning of your life longer than you want to admit. Because most people don't fail from lack of talent or effort. They fail from waiting to feel ready, waiting for clarity, waiting for permission. And if that sounds uncomfortably familiar, this moment matters. This is day one. Most lives don't change in moments of inspiration. They change in moments of decision that no one sees. Not when everything feels clear, but when it doesn't. And if you're listening right now, chances are you're standing in one of those invisible moments. This is not the climax of your story. This is the beginning. Day one is rarely impressive. It doesn't announce itself with confidence or certainty. There's no dramatic shift, no sudden clarity. You wake up the same person, in the same place, with the same unanswered questions. And yet, something essential has moved. A quiet decision has been made, not for an audience, not for recognition, but for yourself. A decision to stop postponing your life. In a world that celebrates speed, day one demands restraint. It asks you to pause long enough to see where you are, instead of rushing toward who you think you should become. There is discipline in that pause. There is strength in beginning without spectacle, in choosing direction without validation, in taking a step so small it barely registers, except that it changes everything that follows. Day one is not about reinvention. It is about alignment, about adjusting how you stand in relation to your own life, turning slightly toward responsibility, toward honesty, toward care. And perhaps today you feel tired not only in body, but in spirit. The kind of tired that comes from carrying expectations for too long. If that's true, let this be a lighter day. Not passive, not empty, simply lighter. You don't need transformation. You need stability. You need a place to stand. Quiet philosophy has always understood this truth. Meaning is not discovered in intensity, but built through consistency, through attention, through repetition. A good life is rarely dramatic. It is dependable. It is shaped by ordinary mornings, where presence is chosen over avoidance. By ordinary conversations, where listening matters more than being impressive. By ordinary evenings, where self-respect is preserved through forgiveness. Storytelling teaches us something essential. Beginnings only make sense in hindsight. We recognize their importance only after we've lived what comes next. So, if today feels incomplete, that is not a flaw. It is the nature of beginnings. Day one is allowed to be quiet, allowed to be imperfect, allowed to be unfinished. You are not behind. You are early. And early moments do not require certainty. They require commitment not to the outcome, but to the process. In modern life, progress is measured by visibility. But inner progress moves differently. It appears as patience under pressure, as restraint in reaction, as the ability to pause before deciding. If nothing else today, practice that pause. Breathe before responding. Observe before acting. Rest before pushing forward. This is not hesitation. It is discernment. One day, you will look back on this moment and understand its significance. Not because of what you achieved, but because you stayed. You did not disengage. You did not harden. You did not abandon the quiet work of becoming someone you respect. So let today be simple. Let it be deliberate. Let it be enough. This is not the full story. It is the opening line. And that is all day one ever needs to be.